Vikings never die. Expect a war.
Nico Goff is lightning in a bottle. Electricity through the arena when he fights.
That's all she wrote. Beautiful uppercut. Rosa Rodriguez keeps on rolling. Wow, that was huge. Big left hand. This fight is over. Look at the face of Brock. He's hurt.
It's finally fight week stateside, UK. Last week, we're going to talk about that more, but we're headed full speed into Hollywood, Florida, as Sean Wheelock says, our home away from home. We're excited to be there, and we have a hell of a show coming up for you today. Before we get to Hollywood, Florida, we're going to talk about the show after Hollywood, Florida, Mohegan Sun, another great show coming up. Finally getting her on. I've wanted to have her on for a while. Big fan of the show. Taylor Dagner coming on today, fighting against 28th. Insane background. Can't wait to hear the story. She's told a couple places, but now she said she's able to finally tell everything on the show, so we can't wait to have Taylor on. Also, Mr. Box Office, the cash cow himself, Brian El Gallo Duran. He returns to the show for the first time in a while ahead of his fight this Friday, of course, at the Hollywood Hard Rock Live. We're looking forward to that one as well. And, you know, a lot of great stuff happening today, as always. And I'm a little confused because I look over to see the boys in the booth, and I see they brought the intern in again today. I don't understand why he keeps coming in. Who is this guy? What is his name, Evan?
It's Junior.
What up?
Second in command.
Oh.
Nah, don't put that on me.
Yeah. No, his phone started ringing. People are angry at him now. Hey, Junior, glad you're here today. Little problem Junior and I and Evan were dealing with last night. We weren't sure if Broken Brandon was going to make it in today because apparently he broke the airplane.
Why wouldn't he make it in?
I don't know. He broke an airplane or something. What happened? He got delayed. There's a lot of craziness going on around here.
See, I think he's full of shit.
He sent a picture in.
Yeah, you're right.
He can't be full of shit.
Well, let's take a look.
He sent a picture, and this is him at the airport. Look how happy he is. Everyone angry around him. We were talking to him last night. He said people were crashing out left and right. They were so mad because they were all stuck because of all these winds and stuff.
And poor Brandon stuck in Florida.
And all I wanted was him to do a video, so instead we got a picture. Yeah, he's stuck in Florida. Poor guy.
Yeah.
But he's got to go right to the show now. He's on a train or something? Planes, trains, and automobiles here.
Yeah, I just called him for a sound effect here, and he told me that he's going through security at a train station. So we'll see.
Security at a train station? Interesting. I haven't ridden a train in
Yeah,
so
I didn't.
long.
I never had to go through security at a train station. The hell's that?
The Thomas the Train song.
I thought that's what it was. Yeah, my kid doesn't watch it anymore, but I thought that's what it was. Little Thomas the Train. Well,
that wasn't the one I was looking for.
We're excited that you were able to come in today on short notice, Junior. We appreciate you, and thanks for
Anything for the show.
Holding the show up. Well, let's talk about the show real quick. A couple things. Let's talk about the thoughts on the UK show. I was watching that from home. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun show to watch. I think that aside from Zim, we'll talk to him in a minute, about him in a minute, I should say. I'm a big fan of this Butcher guy. I like Sean Weir, man. His promo was nuts. Afterwards, when he talked, he got the crowd all pumped up. But on top of that, I'm a fan. That was a fun fight to watch. What did you guys take from the UK show? What did you guys like the best?
I mean, I thought it was very exciting.
Yeah.
I think it was great ticket sales, too. It was over 4,000 people there.
Yeah, it was packed.
Big show for the UK.
I'd say probably top 3 UK event. Maybe number one.
I agree.
Definitely top 3 UK event that we've had.
That first UK show when we all went to Wembley was like with MVP and Mike Perry. No, that was like a movie. But this was a different kind of cool.
Yeah, that was like that was a different kind of movie.
Yeah,
with a tube strike.
That was
and the Coldplay concert next door.
Oh God, it was brutal the first time we were there. Oh my gosh.
All right, we learned some things.
But as far as the show quality, top notch. The UK guys brought it, and I'm excited to see more of our guys hopefully going over there in the future.
I think Sean Weir's a star. I texted that.
The Butcher, baby.
As soon as I fight it, I said, you better have him locked into a multi-fight. Like, that dude's going places. I think he could come to the U.S. Yeah, he is.
I was going to say, if he's not, we're screwed for you saying that.
I think...
you negotiated up.
I think he's going to be big.
I think so, too. He was fun to watch.
You got Joe Lister, Joe Lister's young.
And I think
Big comeback
Rico
fight.
wasn't Rico in his corner, or was it Connor in his corner?
Might have been.
Connor, I think
he
was in his
trains with
corner.
Tierney.
Yeah. And that announcement too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's exciting. It's exciting times.
A lot going on. They seem to really love that show in the chat, and I agree with them, everything they're saying. I do want to talk about a very interesting thing on that show. You know, his debut, former fighter, went to WWE for years, did well enough there. He did pretty well. He was a champion. I'm talking about Zim Salmani. He took Dan Curtin out, and then he cut a promo afterwards full of the F word. I mean, this guy, matter of fact, last week when we had him on, everybody was commenting about the F word. He kept dropping the F-bomb, dropping the F-bomb. So what we decided, before we talk about his fight really quick, we decided we were going to try to see if last week's short that we put out, where everyone's talking about him dropping the F-bomb, or his post-fight had more F-bombs. So we're going to count them. You can hear a ding each time, so count along with us. First of all, what do you think, Evan? Was it the post-fight or last week's appearance, the short that we put out?
I think the post fight. I forget about the short.
I didn't watch the show last week, but
You can't imagine it being more than the post-fight?
If it was more than the post fight, then we really have issues.
Quite the potty mouth.
Yeah, man, it's somebody was saying in the comments, they're like, he must just have learned English, and that's his first word. Fuck! That is me when I'm angry before the show. That's great. All right, let's do the count. Let's do the one last week on the show first, and we'll do dings to count. Count along.
Let's fucking flip right now.
Oh, well, you seem nice.
I'm fucking ready to fucking kill this guy Saturday. He's really fucked. So, excuse me for my language, but, you know,
Excuse himself.
this guy's not going to make it past the first round. I don't care what he thinks, what he says, what he's done, but he's going to get it this Saturday.
So aggression, intensity,
I think he's there.
That was five F-bombs in the span of about 15 seconds, I think, right? I think that's what I
counted
counted.
four.
I counted 4 as well.
I thought we missed a ding. I could be wrong.
No, I just did it late.
It was a
Okay,
late ding.
cool. A late ding?
Late ding.
You know all about the dings, don't you? I have the ding-a-lings. There
There
we go.
Or two.
All right, let's now. Then I stand corrected because his post fight is definitely going to crush that.
Now I have my work cut out for me.
Your finger's going to
Ready?
hurt.
Get
Let's
your
listen.
dinger.
Let's do it.
I'm here to knock motherfuckers out anywhere in the motherfucking world. Come get it, motherfuckers. I'm fucking done with everybody, motherfuckers. Give it. Get it. Fuck this place too. What? Give it. Give it to me. I'm the motherfucking Albanian psycho. I'm the motherfucker who came from WWE to this place. I fought my ass off and I'm here. Thank you to David Feldman. Thank you to Conor McGregor. I'm here to stay, motherfuckers, whether you like it or not. The Albanian psycho has arrived at BKFC, the most dominant, the most crazy combat sport in the world. Let's fucking get it. I'm ready for anything.
I think I was 10.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, honestly, I was so busy dinging, I don't think I could count. So
I'm pretty
definitely
sure it was
one.
10. It was at least 10. It was how long was that clip? Can you
That
look or
was
see?
Where's it at?
We gotta get the
41 seconds.
10 and 41 seconds. Think of that average of F-bombs. At least 10. There we go. Well, there we go. A star in the making, Zim Salmani. People seem to love his promos. I think he's going to be on Hawani today. Is that correct? Is that today?
I believe so, yeah.
I think at 3.
Yeah, it's a programming note. Make sure you tune in for him. Find out more. I want to see what's next for him. He was saying last week that he wants to fight anybody. He's going to win the world title, which means he thinks he can beat anybody. He thinks he can beat Orlovsky. He was, personally in an interview, he was talking some stuff about Perdomo. There's a lot that's going to come out of this fight, I think. I can't wait to see what he does next. But yeah, he was pretty pissed off. I feel like that guy walks around pissed off. All right, next stop we have, like I said, UK was amazing. We enjoyed that. Thank you for a great show over across the pond. And now we're headed to Hollywood, Florida. Another fun show on tap. I'm very excited about it. We can get that a little bit later. We're going to talk to Brian Duran, although I'm worried because Brian said he was coming home, but he never got back to me when I sent him the stuff.
Uh-oh.
So this might be a live call like we like to do sometimes.
Nice.
So
I know he trains early in the day. He may be training.
Well, he knew, though. So
well, maybe he doesn't like
I think he called me
There's
now.
no excuses,
He
then.
called me Champ. He said we had the
Wow.
same name, Champ.
He really must be fucked up. then.
Yeah, well, it probably wasn't him. It probably wasn't him. So he's going to be scheduled to come on in a few minutes. We'll get to that. And then I want to get into the mailbag while we have some time, though. So let's do that. Let's get in the mailbag.
Of course, as soon as I went to the other screen.
Sorry. Let's get in the mail call.
I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. It's time for mail call.
That guy intimidates
That was
me.
good.
I wasn't ready for that. I don't know if that was a mistake or it was a
No,
setup.
no, I thought it just
I like
the
it.
heat of the moment.
I love the heat of the moment there. All right.
Not bad.
Well, I know
Oops.
I know that we have
that back up.
again, I'll tell you, we're waiting to see if he comes in, but El Gallo, Brian Duran's coming in, which I know you're a big fan of El Gallo, right, Evan?
I love El Gallo. I like his music.
You do. You love the cock. don't you?
Actually,
Oh, you mean like the cock?
You walked into that.
That would
one,
be the
bro.
rooster.
You walked in.
But I do like Duran.
I do.
I think he's an exciting fighter.
He's fun to watch. Evan's still recovering from whatever he had last week. I can tell.
I'm making my emergency.
Is that what you're doing right now?
As
I
we
can see.
Yeah, you're gonna need
Evan's
that.
just like, yeah.
Yeah, very
As you
nasally
go-
still.
As you go shake a million hands in Miami this week.
I'm not
know.
sick. It's just a. But
That's what they all say. I
it's
said,
been a week. It's not.
I don't think
contagious
I've
at this
ever
point.
not gotten sick after a Hollywood show.
yeah.
The amount of hands we
I
shake.
should have
babies
kids,
because
man. It's the
Hollywood
kids'
show.
sickness.
That's what I do. I just shake hands at every show. Constantly.
You shake a lot of things.
I do. All right, whatever keeps me in work here. So let's get into the mail call. And I thought we were done with this last week, but I have to show it again. We love Ron from Savage Combat Sport.
yeah,
Your voice is great for that
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
And
we got Ron.
Ron, he was, like we said, walking around. I just like when he interviews fans. His fight interviews are fun, but the fans are great. So in Philly, I thought it was the end last week, but this got sent in. They said, you didn't air this one. It's great. There's a guy. This
That's
is right
why
up
we
there.
hired
This is right. Let's fucking stop that and go back.
relax.
That's how I
I
intro
thought
it.
that was the cue.
No, hold on. I
He
thought-
rolled it way too quick.
What I was gonna, I got to set it up or it won't make sense. That's my fault. I didn't set you up for that properly, Dave. I'm not gonna make you take the fall.
No, go ahead.
So, at the Philly fight, more than we would normally see, there was a bunch of fights. Let's be honest, because it's Philly. So right after this cop from Philly or whatever, got done breaking up a fight, who's there but Ron with his camera and mic in his face? Here's what Ron had to say. I don't know if the cop liked it or not.
Oh, can I go now?
Wait.
That's why we hired Saul Alvarez.
It looks like
Canelo had it under control. He started down that aisle. Canelo was going down that aisle to take care of things. How we doing tonight, Canelo?
We're doing good.
That's good, man. That's good. We had to bring in the heavy guns. Gave him a police uniform. But if he has to, he's going to let these hands loose, ladies and gentlemen. Don't make him do it. I'm going to let you know now. They don't want this problems, do they?
Nah, they don't want it. They don't want these hands.
Canelo Alvarez, ladies and gentlemen. Savage Combat Sports Media. We're in the fight.
Dude. Ron doesn't care. Like a Philly cop, if you know it, you probably should leave him alone. But that guy actually liked Ron. I think he played into it. I like that. That was a good little. Thank you for sending that in. I'm glad we get to show that.
And I'm glad looking at that microphone that I got an email about first thing Monday morning.
Did you
that week.
ever send that back to him?
I think Bailey took that over.
Oh God,
So
Ron.
I'm going to throw him right under the bus if he
Ron, did the stuff come in? Let us know. Ron left all his
Ron
stuff.
loves Bailey.
He lost all, because he gets him in all the
He
stuff.
loves Bernie too.
Other
Bernie,
buddies.
he loves anybody. Yeah.
So, yeah, we had your stuff. You left it at Xfinity Mobile Arena, and I tried to sell it, but they said we had to return it. So
We're in the fight.
we're in the fight with you, man. We sent it back. All right, next here, tryouts. This is going to be another chance for you. I know it was talked about on social media yesterday, but tryouts, another chance for you if you're in the Tennessee area. So sorry, I got a cough button. Evan's rubbing off on me here. Saturday, April 4th. So that's coming up, man. You can go to BKFC tryouts in the Tennessee area if you're there. We're going to be there. You can find out more if you're listening and you're not watching. If you're listening on the podcast, you can go to Bare Knuckle FC. That's our social media page. And it's up there on Instagram. Check it out. But again, April 4th, if you're in that area at Champions Corner Boxing, it's going to be hosted by Chris Lytle, like it always is, Lights Out Lytle. Check in 9 a.m., start time 10 a.m. More info, of course, Bare Knuckle FC, or you can go to bkfc.com if you want to get in. And
/ tryouts.
is that up there?
Yeah, we're going to drop a link in the chat as well.
Okay, thank you for doing that. And share it with, even if you're not a fighter, maybe you know a fighter, share it if you think they can do it. And I always say that you should go to these tryouts because even if you don't get picked, you're still in the files. We can find you that way in the future. We're still going to keep our eye
files.
on you. Yeah, the files.
The Feldman files.
Oh, I better be careful of that. Yeah, no one's going to show up. You're in the hopper. How's that? You're in the hopper for the future of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And we do look at these people.
Files.
Can you imagine? And we do look at these people in the files for future fights. So even if you don't get picked on that tryout, plus, I mean, you get a great chance to learn from Chris Lights Out Lytle. Why would you not? And also, a lot of other BKFC fighters tend to show up at those tryouts. So it's something you should be interested in and check out if you've been thinking about trying to come to the world's fastest growing combat sport. Oh, I don't know. Are we still the world's fastest? I think we've grown pretty quickly. I think we're the most exciting combat sport. I think that's what we need to go by.
Growing more
I
and
feel
more
they
every
need to
day.
address this question in the comments. Rick Walsh, why don't you guys record and replay the tryouts. Well, Rick, we do. If you grab the BKFC app.
Rick is a huge fan.
Yeah.
He probably has the app.
Yeah.
Are we still doing that? We're still playing them?
We just shot the last 2 tryouts in Florida last weekend. So we'll make them into something.
That's great. Rick, thank you for that. Rick's the guy. Do you remember when we did trivia with the listener the one time? And he called in.
Was that Rick?
That was Rick.
Rick from
he's New York.
Schenectady.
Yeah, he's in New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick, I think I saw you just had surgery, dude. I hope you're doing well. I don't mean
There's
to
a Rivers Casino up
put you
there
on
that
blast.
we were supposed to do a fight at. Maybe one day, Rick.
That'd be great. We'd love to see it, Rick. Also, let's check into, we did tryouts. This is my favorite story. This is my favorite story ever on the news. BKFC made the news, but you're not going to guess how. They're kind of talking about the fight. I love that. That's the Action News theme for those of you from Philly.
If you know, you know.
I just want to say, this theme's completely from like the 70s.
It is.
And they tried to update it.
It is. If you
one
could see
time.
my screen, this is maybe the 60s.
And they tried to update it. They tried to update Action News locally in Philly.
did.
But Philly loves so much what they love. You can't do that. So the ratings plummeted, and they had to go back to like the 70s theme. Just a little nugget of info. But we are getting news coverage in BKFC in Florida area. Check this out.
6.
I love that song.
Me too.
Bizarre crime. Lee County deputies say she stole a man's golden dentures and his tickets to the bare knuckle fighting championship.
Oh.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office says this woman, Catherine Rivera, stole more than $2,200 worth of stuff in total. It happened at a boxing gym in Lee County. Deputies say Rivera ended up returning the dentures, but was still arrested.
She didn't return the tickets.
Yeah.
They're more valuable
Where's the
than golden
tickets
dentures, man.
That's a super fan. She's probably in the chat. I bet she's a Catherine Rivera, friend of the show.
Yeah, right.
Should have her on.
That or she's probably trying to hawk the tickets on the street somewhere. So if you want a discounted ticket, I shouldn't be doing that. But, I'm being honest with you. That's probably what she's doing. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for that little bit of news. That kind of loosely promoted the show in Hollywood. I love it, which tickets are flying, by the way. Don't kill me, Junior. I am going to go a little out of order here because that last one made me think of something. I want to talk about Knuckles to Knives. They're a great podcast. We talk to them. They send stuff in, one of the many as we sift through. And it's interesting to me that they had Chino on. They had Chino Bloom on. And, they're talking about gold teeth that got stolen. So I don't think he was involved, but maybe it was his gold teeth. I don't know. You'll see what I say when I can show the interview here.
I'm going to rip this fucking guy's face off. I'm going to cut him up so bad with my knuckles that it's going to hurt. I don't want a quick knockout. I don't want that. That's one thing I'm not looking for in this fight. I don't want to have a fast TKO. If it comes, it comes. If I see him hurt fast, I'm going to get him the fuck out of there. But I'm going to cut this guy up bad.
There you go, man. Thank you to Knuckles Nice for sending that in. That's one of the fights on the card. Of course, he's fighting Alex Davis. But I thought it was interesting. We're talking about the gold teeth. That guy's got so much gold teeth in his mouth. There's got to be $10,000 of gold in there. I mean, how do gold teeth work, Evan? Didn't you get one?
We got to get DB on.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got
They got clip-ons, right? Don't they?
They do have. They have the clip-ons. They have. I think that you glue them on for a more permanent.
Oh.
We should get gold teeth. I think we got to get a sponsor on the show with gold teeth.
I'm sure we can get it. I'm sure it's not an issue.
But Chino looked good with the gold teeth. If I did it, I'd look foolish. If we did it, I don't think we could rock. Do you think you could do it?
No.
No way. Junior, you got rid of your gold teeth years ago.
Yeah, no, I couldn't pull it off.
No, it looked
I had my nipples pierced, too. I couldn't do that either.
TMI. Yeah. The belly button piercing was weird. And I don't know how I even know that you had that pierced, but that was weird to me. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, let's go backwards. Sorry. Speaking of fighters ready to fight, Jomi Escoboza, he sent this in. He's ready to fight, and he had a comment I'll talk about right after we show this clip.
What are you doing, bro?
Oh, he's got his
I'm over here just knuckle maxing, upgrading the weapons. The next fight's coming up. So, we got to have the weapons secure. You're going to see me cause a lot of carnage.
You're going to see me cause a lot of carnage.
Has this fight been announced yet?
I don't know, but I don't know who the fight is.
I do. It's a good fight. I guess we can't announce it yet.
I don't know if we can announce it, but can I say what he said to me at a DM about who he wants to fight, it seems like? He said, tell the Knuckle Maniac, who honestly is always trying to get on the show, and we don't have a problem.
Who's that?
That's Cody.
I know, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Believe me, I know on my Instagram messages. I know who the fuck it is.
So he says, Knuckle Maniac's always very boisterous. So I can't understand what's happening here about wanting fights. He said, tell the Knuckle Maniac to stop running and sign the contract. That was a message in my DM with that from Jomi Escoboza with the video that was just sent to me. So there you go. I don't know if that's a fight that's happening. I do want to see Knucklemania back, Knucklemaniac back, and I also want to see Jomi back. It'll be a fun fight if that's the one they sign, but if not, it's always good to see Jomi back. We appreciate you, Jomi. Thank you for checking out the show. Also, another fight that I see coming up here in the mailbag I'm wondering about is it seems like Bret Hart's fans are picking fights with Sarah Schell in the comments. If you look, we'll flash it up. Excuse me. This was on I think this was the Zim Salmani Authors of Pain to Knuckles of Pain post. So it had nothing to do with this fight. But this guy just pops in. He's like, Dr. Sarah Schell always likes to put the hot emojis for a cool post. And this guy responds to her and says, Bret Hart is going to F you up. And then Dr. Sarah Schell, holy moly, tell me you can't fight without telling me. Put your money on it, little boy, man up. So she's going back at the guy. She's going back at the fans. I love when fighters do that in the comments, sticking up for themselves. But that's a fight at least that fan wants to see. That's a fight I wouldn't mind seeing either. I don't know if we're going to see it, but maybe that's a seed planted for it. Maybe that kind of resonates with Sarah Schell or maybe even Bret Hart because she was tagged in it too. I think that would be a fun fight to watch.
Fucking feeling.
She is.
From the archive.
That's old school. That would have been the Taylor fight, right? Was it the
No,
Taylor?
that was
Paige.
Knucklemania.
Paige. I'm saying
Knucklemania
Paige fight. Yeah. Holy crap. I can't believe we still have that. I'm a feeling. Also,
And all of you are going to feel me. I think it's feel it or feel me.
feel it.
I don't know. Trivia question of the week.
Yeah, maybe next week. All right. Another thing I want to talk about is we love this. You seem to love them. We get a lot of these. I try to go through them every week. I'm sorry if I haven't aired yours yet, but people love the knockout of the week. So let's look at the first knockout of the week. This was sent in by Daniel. Thank you for this, Daniel. Watch this kid's face. Watch this. They're trying to make a TikTok or one of those dumb videos, and this kid gets whacked. Yeehaw! Hell of a knockout, man. You see his face, like you can see like the fat get pushed to the side and crumble. It was great. Also, we have a bonus knockout of the week. I did get to see this one. This one is brutal, and it's a woman on rollerblades. Check this out. Oh my God!
Oh Jesus! Damn.
Oh man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was great stuff. That was so that's happened to me before. Has that ever happened to you where like you're going so fast down a hill on a skateboard, on roller skates, rollerblades, a bike, whatever, you kind of are uneasy. Like when you're a kid, you're losing control. I smashed into a dumpster, full speed at the bottom of a hill on my bike. I almost killed myself when I was a kid. So I think what she was doing was she was trying to grab the pole to try and get her to stop her, and she smashed her face. My God, God bless her. I hope she's all right. Sammy Oh Shit is another person who likes to send stuff in.
I need a second, sir.
You don't need to do Oh Shit then. You can move on.
Just looking for Gaio.
Oh, yeah, he's here?
Not yet.
I just texted him. I'm going to have to do a live cold call. And he's losing time, though. We had him on for 12:20. I got Taylor coming on at 12:40, and I want to tell her story, too, man. So I don't know what to do here. Gaio was all excited to come on yesterday. Should I try to call him? I'll try to call him.
Yeah, give him a call.
I'll give him a call. But let's just might as well finish up the mailbag first.
All right.
Sammy Oh Shit.
One sec.
Okay. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. I'll give you as many as you need, Dave. I'm happy you're here today. I'm very happy.
Activate.
Hi, Evan. So I'm going to call Brian Duran, get him ready to call him and put him on speaker here.
All right, go for it.
Put him on blast. But right now,
Sammy Oh Shit.
Sammy Oh Shit sent this in, and this is definitely an Oh Shit moment. I can't even imagine this happening. There's your kid. Oh, Dad, help me, Dad. Help, Dad. No, Dad. Here comes Dad. Whoop.
Hey, at least the car stopped.
Yeah, man, that's what I said. I mean, you got a head injury. You got a kid that's scared. The car did stop, though. That's good. And then this is the guy that sent it in last week. This is from an MMA fight. This guy, I think he's kind of trying to take off the Sammy Oh Shit stuff, and he thought that it would be funny to have an Oh Jesus moment from what I said years ago. It's like it lives on. Watch this MMA fight.
Oh, Jesus!
There you go. There's your Oh Jesus moment of the week created by you. You got to sign your name when you send these things in. So I know who you are. I can shout you out. I appreciate it. But, dude, I've never seen something like that. The guy's showboating. Next thing you know, whoop, right out. I thought that was hilarious. Brian Duran is up. We're going to give him a call because Brian is not on time. He's 11 minutes late. Tardy. We can't handle that. You know we don't like dealing with that. Oh, Brian. Let's see if he picks up. If he doesn't pick up, he's going to... Right to voicemail.
Oh, blocked.
Yo, I'm going to call. You know the other guy to call. Can one of you guys call the other guy that could try to get a hold of him and bring him on?
I mean, do we really need to fight this hard for a guy?
It is true, but Brian Duran.
Should we go out of our way?
I normally wouldn't, but he's a friend to the show.
He is.
Haven't this happened with him before where he forgets to come on?
Longtime friend of the show. I'll text
his person that can his handler. He's going to have if you're watching Taylor Dagner, know that when you join the virtual green room, I'm going to get to you because I really want to tell your story. It's insane. I'm not laughing at it. It's just insane. I can't believe what you've dealt with. And when you guys hear this, and again, you've probably heard a little bit of her story before, but she already told me there's more she's going to talk about today.
Well, you want to see if Taylor's ready, and we'll do her first.
I think
and then
everybody
shift
in the
to,
comments should go onto his social media and say, get on your Zoom call.
Why don't we just give his phone number out to the comments and they
should.
can all call? What's his name? I'll give it to him. Hold on. Let's see.
I don't know if I have his number.
I have it here. Hold on. You can call Brian Duran since he decided to be late today, and we love him. We love El Gallo. We love the cash cow. He's probably out
620.
No, I got 786-862.
Oh, I was reading somebody else's.
I'm kidding. I'm messing around. But yeah, we got to find a way where we don't have to stop the show because here we're on the Yes Network and Gotham Sports app now.
Yeah, somebody just mentioned that in the comments. They saw us.
Exciting.
On MSG Network.
Yes Network.
Yes Network.
But MSG is the competitor.
Yeah, fool.
That's what he said.
No, well, then maybe he meant the Yes Network.
Oh, that's why I thought they were like.
Dude, I think every week since we've been on the Yes Network, we've had some kind of faux pas. Not you, me
He
too.
said MSG. I thought they were like a sister network to them or something.
I don't know what they are, but I'm not.
Maybe he was
mentioning them.
confused.
I'm going to mention this because
we'll have to cut that out.
It is
Mark that.
It's the Yes Network and Gotham Sports app. We're on there, and now, from what I understand, we also have Bally's Stadium taking it live.
Stadium Network and the Bally Sports Live app.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bare Knuckle Show is syndicated in 100 different languages all over the world.
We are. We're still on in Tin Top, Texas, on that local affiliate that I know about. I think we're in Butte, Montana, or is it Butte, Montana? Something like that somewhere.
But probably
I like Butte better.
East Sheboygan, Wisconsin. We're on there. This is exciting to me. I mean, we're on in Shaker Heights, Ohio, from what I heard. These are all great places. I heard we're also on in Parts Unknown, and we're also on in the state of Connecticut, I think, somewhere they're talking about, and the state of Euphoria usually when we're all together.
Yes.
You know, we're here. So I don't know if Ogayo's going to come on, but I do know this. I know that there's a lot to talk with about him, and one of the things I want to, if he doesn't come on, I'll tell you. One of the things I want to address with him is that he's been fighting hurt. He's been not taking it seriously enough. He told me this recently on the phone when we were talking, and he's taking this the most seriously he's ever taken. He said he was drinking before. I think it was his last fight or something. He didn't care. Matter of fact, he came on here. We'll talk to him about that. I don't want to keep talking about it, but he was slamming a Forge Irish Stout when we were interviewing him weeks before his fight last. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't he driving his kid around too?
No, he was not
else?
drinking and driving. He was sitting in a. Why would you say something like that? He was sitting in a car, I think, just to get in the interview. The kid was in the back seat, but I'm not even throwing shade at him. I'm just saying that, like, he kind of addressed the fact that he was partying and having a good time. The interesting thing, if you don't know it about Brian Duran, is that this guy is probably one of the only, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but one of the only guys on the roster that didn't have a professional fighting background. This guy had so much respect and was such a badass in the streets that he got in the gym and he trained. He didn't just step in the squared circle, but he got in the gym and he trained. And this guy, I'm telling you, I've had our street team guys tell us before, people get stopped and they go, is Gallo, is the Cash Cow on this? Is Brian Duran on this? And they all talk about what a legend he is in the streets. Everybody knows him. I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. I think it was 4 guys at once in a Checkers parking lot. He laid waste 4 guys. You guys. Brian Duran took on 4 guys at once.
That's not much better.
I'm really digging a hole deep. Oh, there I go again. I'm digging deep. He fought 4 guys. How about that? At once, or 5 guys it might have been, in a Checkers parking lot and beat the hell out of all of them.
What were they fighting over?
This is years ago. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just know that he was jumped or attacked. Then I heard it was like in a carnival or something. Anything can happen. Who knows? But the point is, he's got mad respect in the street. And I think that from that, somebody saw him, and then they brought him into a gym. And then they were getting him ready. But he's one of the first guys that doesn't have a professional fighting background. He told me that. We were talking on the phone, just BS. And he said, yeah, man. He goes, I honestly wasn't respecting it enough. I wasn't taking it seriously enough. And now here I am, and I'm ready to go. And I've never had a better version of me.
His handler says his phone is off. He's called up a few times. It's going right to voicemail. So,
well,
Duran MIA.
There's nothing.
Fight potentially in jeopardy. Who knows?
Is that what you're putting out?
Who knows? We
All
have
I'm
no
gonna say-
contact. His phone is off.
All I want to say is this. I never tell a lie. You guys know that. And I'm very honest, which I'm afraid with Junior in here because I don't want to get in trouble. And like, I get in trouble for being too honest. That's why they hold things from me sometimes. But I was going to have Brian Duran on this show anyway. I'm a big fan of Brian Duran when he comes on the show. I think he's a great guest. I think he's got a great story to tell. But he's probably out, creating more box office, selling more tickets. The guy is just crushing it with ticket sales. I wanted to ask him about his fight. I wanted to ask him about King Kai on the same card. And I think he talked about in his spotlight, main eventing on the same card. You know that he's Brian El Gallo Duran up inside. You know it does. So I want to ask him about all that stuff. Maybe we'll get that at another time. But I mean, did we do that with Reber one time? We imposed a ban on the show. Then we realized it was my fault because I didn't send the rules.
I think so.
Who have we banned? I think Duran did this to us one time before.
Probably. His phone's off. So
yeah, well,
we're probably not getting him.
Well, what I want to say is, where I'm honest, is I would have had him on the show anyway, but I was asked by more than one person to put him on the show this week, including management, and not here. I mean, other people, his coaches, everybody was asking me. I was getting fired up, right? And I said, I already have him scheduled. To hell with me. I'm a dope. You know who I want to talk to, though? I don't know if she's there yet. She should be there in a couple minutes. Is Taylor there yet?
Well, I have to end this meeting and then
We're going to have to. I mean, we got to move on, Bri. Look.
Sir, he just said, send me the link.
Who?
Oh, come on. What are we going to have 3 minutes with him?
We'll
and at this point, like these ruins. I mean,
so.
look, that's a huge.
You gotta make your time, man.
That's a huge part of the show, especially that we're on. Like I said, yes, and Gotham out now. That we're Bally's and Bally's app and Stadium TV. I got to get these names right.
If I can get him on after Taylor,
I'm fine with it. You guys, I know you have a lot to do, but Taylor's got. I'm not cutting Taylor short. She's got too good of a story to tell. The thing is, like, what you guys don't understand is there's a whole lot to this behind the scenes now because we have all these other affiliates waiting, and when we
send the
promote
link
somebody
to
like
his
that,
handler.
Can Junior send?
He's got another phone.
Can you do me a favor? Can you get the link out of where Junior put it and send it to him for me? Could you do that to help me out? Just because I got to keep my mind rolling.
Go
here.
ahead, keep rolling.
It's in Asana or Kevin Smith. You're watching Asana. It's in there.
Okay.
Sonya.
Remember you said that? All right, guys. So we do have Taylor Dagner coming up, the ruthless one herself. She'll be here in a couple minutes. We're going to talk to her, but I'll tell you what. Do you want to watch the spotlight right now while we're waiting for Taylor? So at least, I mean,
well, we have Taylor, and that's a little easier for me to do.
Let's do Taylor. I want to do Taylor. I really do.
In the virtual green room.
That's
Evan.
right. Let's bring her in.
Big Z.
I'm very excited to talk to Taylor.
Here we go. She is.
I think I've been promoting Taylor.
Now.
There
Boom,
she is, Taylor. What's up?
Hi.
How are you?
How are y'all? I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm phenomenal. I'm so happy that you're finally here, man. We've been talking about bringing you on since we've been in the old studio. You always watch. You've been a fan of the show, which we all appreciate for a very long time. And you mentioned to me that one time, I guess when I mentioned your name for the first time on the show, you actually got a tear in your eye. You're such a big fan.
I appreciate that. No, it's surreal, like being in the position I'm in now, like just hearing a show, like someone from a show that I watch all the time, or like even being signed with Bare Knuckle. It's like pinch me, you know?
Yeah, and we're going to talk about you being signed with Bare Knuckle. There's a lot I want to talk to you about. I know you kind of earmarked some time for us. I appreciate it. Now, you're over there training in Florida right now, and is it true? I'm hearing rumblings that you're staying at the gym. You're living at the gym as you're training, and you're staying in a very famous Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship bunk. Somebody who stayed there before their last fight. Whose bunk are you sharing? Or who?
It was Lorenzo Hunt stayed here. Well, I don't know if it was his last fight, but whenever he was training here, he was in the same room. So I'm like looking at the same beams Lorenzo Hunt was looking at when he was thinking of that tomato and stuff like that.
That's cool to think about. That's cool to think about. Now, so are you at the Smith Brothers Combat Gym? Is that where you are?
Yeah, hold on.
So what I want you to do, I was going to ask you to do this. Oh, so you're not in your bunk right now?
No.
Oh, because I was going to ask you to show us around because I wanted to kind of scan the walls in the bunk to see if that weirdo put any cameras or anything in there. You got to be careful.
Yeah, no, I checked all the curtains. I checked everywhere.
you got to scan them. Kevin, we're kidding. We love you. It's a complete joke.
Yeah, no, Kevin's great. I love Kevin.
He's still mad that USA beat Canada in hockey. He still can't get over it.
And baseball.
Yeah, right?
He'll be okay. He's tough.
Yeah, I guess so. He's paying you $20 to say that. So I'm excited you're a fan of the show. One thing that I'd heard you said before, that not just a fan of the show, but a fan of Bare Knuckle. And 5 or 6 years ago, you knew that you wanted to kind of get into Bare Knuckle. That motivated you through some of your fight career. And you mentioned recently, I heard you say that you've been envisioning your debut since last April when you were signed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you talk about envisioning your debut, what exactly, I mean, you're right down the road from here. What were you envisioning?
I'm picturing, down to like the walkout, the weigh-in, seeing y'all, towing the line, the refs, fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? The bells, like I'm literally visualizing everything, the crowd, which you try to zone them out anyway when you're fighting, but the lights, down to I painted the bare knuckle like logo to announce my signing, and I hung it in my home gym so that I can see the logo and visualize that whenever I was training. And then I come here and the bare knuckle logo's everywhere. So yeah, it's just right there. I just gotta seize it.
We're just happy that you're going to be at Mohegan Sun on that card. It's going to be a fun card that you're going to be on. Like I said, we've been waiting a while. I've been seeing your name in the chat all the time here. I've been seeing you contribute to the show, and we can't appreciate you enough for being a bare knuckle fan. Now, before we get to the rest of the stuff, I want to talk about the fact that, well, a couple things. One, this is your first bare knuckle fight, but it's not your first fight. Matter of fact, a little birdie told me that you fought Hannah Guy in a boxing match before. And for those of you that don't know, Hannah Guy fought Taylor Starling, and this was in prep for her bare knuckle fight with Taylor Starling. Did you win that fight? I want to know.
I did. It was a split decision. I should have done better, but that was my first main event. I was really tired. A lot of things go into it. My coach actually got bit in the back by one of the fighters, before my right before my fight. He still has the mark apparently, but there was some guy that had just lost the fight, and he was a little he wasn't all there, and he bit my coach, and I was literally waiting to walk out. I was tired, and it woke me up enough to where I was like, all right, well, we got to fight now, because they had to like pull the guy off of him. It was crazy. I don't even know what started it. I think he just said something to him. I don't know, but he bit him.
So I got to be careful what I say in locker rooms, guys. I don't want to get bit. That's insane.
Exactly. You never know.
So you're talking about you did beat Hannah Guy, who went on to fight bare knuckle against Taylor Starling, and you're also a Taylor, and I know that you've been a fan. And a lot of these people, I don't want to overstate it, but I feel like in your mind, you feel like these people, you're meeting these superstars that you've watched. Now there's a chance for you to become one of them. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like that quote. I used to have it as my bio actually, was to push until your idols become your rivals. And that's where I'm at right now. All these people that I've grown up, and I still have major respect for them, but I'm on the same playing field as these people that I've been looking up to for years. It's really cool.
It sure is. I'm excited for it. It's almost like what's that Marky Mark movie, Rockstar or whatever? where do you remember that movie back in the day where the kid becomes a rock star? What was that called? Was it Rockstar? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, does anybody know?
Sorry.
I wish I could help you. I was thinking Rudy.
Okay, yeah, I like Rudy. Rudy's good.
Yeah.
Rudy's good.
Except hopefully I get a little bit more playing time than Rudy did.
Right. So it's interesting to me that, and I'm going to tell this story. I'm sorry, but I have to. You looked up to all these people, so you're excited. I think you had said one time to me that you just got done a boxing fight or something, and you came to Texas, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship in Texas, and you were there. And look, you're allowed. You're an adult. You're blowing some steam off, have a couple drinks. You're having a good time. At this time, you're signed to the company, right? And I think it's interesting. You were trying to. Didn't you tell Ben Rothwell you're going to challenge him when he was the heavyweight champion for heavyweight?
Yeah, I told him. I actually told him I just got signed, and I let that marinate for a second. He's like, "Yeah, great job." I said, "Yeah, heavyweight division." And I just kind of looked at him, and it took him a second to realize that I was fucking with him, but he laughed, so it was funny. I also got to meet Christine Fiera, Cameron Delano. I think it's Delano. Yeah. I told him we were teammates. I was drinking, but I was like, we're teammates now.
Who's this
chick? he kind of ignored me, went to his fans, and his guy that was with him was like, "I'm proud of you." He knew I was just fucking with him. So they were nice.
My favorite thing was though that didn't you get you? I think you shared this with me. Didn't you get ejected or didn't you get kicked out at the end of the fight? You were standing there trying to introduce yourself to Taylor Starling, right?
Yes, so I had messaged Taylor's super nice, over or DMs and stuff. She's really kind, and so she had told me yeah, we should definitely meet or connect a little bit. And so I was waiting for my opportunity, and she was sitting there with Vespi, and I was trying to get her attention, but a lot of stuff's going on. And one of the people that was folding the chairs up and cleaning up the trash, they were like, "Are you with them?" And I was like, "Well, no, not yet," but kinda. And so they kicked me out. told me to leave.
I see. We're different. I would be like, wait a minute. I'm a part of this company because you were at that.
Yeah,
point.
I probably should have, but
Maybe
I was
not.
too honest.
I don't know. Well, yeah, you got to. Yeah, I mean, if you're drinking, you don't want to, But
yeah, I was thinking I want to be able to come back to this venue later, so I don't want them to like ban me for life. Just trying to get a photo.
I love it. I love that you were officially signed by us and you still were able to get kicked out of an event. That's great. I love that.
It's pretty funny. I was so close. It was this close.
So the other thing I kind of want to talk about is, your fight, you're ready for it. And I know that you're training at Kevin Smith's gym right now. But from what I'd heard before, a lot of your fights, like your sparring partner, your mid holder, it's your fiance, right?
Yeah.
Is your fiance there with you at Kevin's or no?
No, he's taking home. He's at home taking care of the baby.
That's
but,
important. How old's the
and
baby?
also work. Yeah, she's 3.
Okay. All right. I love that.
She's 3. But yeah, big props to him for holding it down at home. But yeah, he's my only sparring partner, and all of our training is at home. Besides, this camp has been at home. So
is that weird for you not being at home for this camp, or do you kind of like that you've gotten away from it a little bit?
it was weird at first. At first, it was very like, sorry, there's a hydraulics place next door, and they're loud as crap. So bear with me. But it was hard. It was hard at first. But once I ripped that Band-Aid off and got here, I've been working so hard that I'm just so focused on the mission right now, and I'm really enjoying the work I'm getting with like Spook Main and Crystal Van Wyck. Man, these people are great, and not just great athletes; they're amazing people. Chachi Versace, I gotta shout him out. He's hilarious. He's such a character, man. But yeah, it's been amazing. I feel like all the work I'm doing here, it's truly getting to the point to where that the fight is like the gift at the end of this journey. I can't wait to get in there, because compared to all the road work and everything I'm doing here, it's going to be easy.
Yeah. And you got a couple weeks left. You're going to get in there, man. Mohegan Sun is going to be a fun card. So as far as getting in there, you've been through a lot in your life to get to this point, from being a fan of Bare Knuckle to just the way you grew up. And I want to kind of talk about that a little bit. I want to talk about your life story, because it's, to me, I was very blessed. Everyone has their problems, right? But I was very blessed in certain ways, as were you. But we also all have hardships. And I think that some of your hardships, I think they can be somewhat inspiring if we talk about them. So I'd like to talk about them. From what I understand now, tell me if I'm wrong. You grew up in a single wide, right? A single wide trailer. And I think that I'd heard you say you didn't have a door on your bedroom. You had a
sheet.
A sheet, right?
Sheet with some tacks, yeah.
Yeah, and why did you put the tacks in there? For privacy or what?
Yeah, just to try to have some privacy. Just through like the years of, you ever seen that Rampage Jackson clip where he like kicks through the door? So years of like us getting into it, and like different, not just like my brothers, or sometimes it might have been me, fighting. We'd kick the door in or do some crazy shit, and we broke it off the hinges. Eventually my brother's door fell on him one time, my little brother, because the hinges had broke and he didn't realize it, and he went to shut it and it landed on him. But so yeah, it was pretty rough. And then to add to it, the trailer, when they were bringing it out to our property, the truck that was doing like the delivery or whatever didn't anticipate this one really sharp corner. And anyone that's in Stillville knows Ballpark Road has that really sharp turn. And he dropped our trailer and didn't tell my parents how bad the damage was until like it was set and stuff. And once it settled, my dad could see cracks in the ceiling and stuff. For whatever reason, we didn't get it returned or couldn't. And so that allowed for like water intrusions. So my room had just like I used to paint the black off my ceiling, the mildew, the mold, my wall against the window, like the exterior walls, all the plaster stuff, whatever that's inside of it. I don't know what it's called, but it would, like, if I leaned on it, it would crumble. So I didn't really have, it was just the metal siding, some insulation, and then the like wallpaper was my wall, and it was all pretty like water damage and stuff like that.
Wow. So that's just the tip of the iceberg here. The other thing I wanted to get into was, so you're kind of setting the scene of what you were living with and what you were living through. But the thing we're not talking about yet is you mentioned your father. You mentioned, I know we've spoken about your mother before. Both, as you were growing up, had addictions, had problems with alcohol. From what I understand, I know this isn't easy to talk about, but I want to inspire other people to know they can get out of what they're in. Not only that, your mother was a hoarder in a single wide. That's got to be hard. And then you had what, like 10 dogs living there that weren't potty trained or something? 30 cats?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, roughly. So I can pinpoint because up until about like 2012, it was, it was cluttered, but it wasn't hoarding level. It wasn't like as bad. We were very like grateful kids and blessed with like what we had. But 2012 hit, the economy was struggling, I guess. I don't know, but we had to file for bankruptcy. My dad's alcoholism started to get really bad that year, as did my mom's. They kind of like were together in that, like supported each other in their addictions in that way. And so he couldn't keep a job, so money stopped. My brother was racing motocross. He had to give up that dream because we couldn't afford it. And then that was the year that our dogs got pregnant with the first litter, and they kept them. So we went from 3 dogs to 11 dogs, and then that number just kind of stayed, it was pretty rough.
And 30 cats, from what I heard.
Yeah, same thing. They just kept multiplying. We'd go out to the garage and find a new litter in a box of like clothes or something, and it was pretty rough. The garage was nasty. The house was nasty. You can imagine, without putting into detail. Like,
of course,
laundry, my mom would just let it pile up, like piles like to my shoulder, and I'm 5'9", so you can picture. And so every once in a while, I would get like a hankering to try to clean up. And it would be just like you would unearth layers where the dogs had like messed, and they just put it on top of it. Yeah, it's I know it's pretty gross, but it was just to paint the picture. It was pretty intense. And then, of course, with the dogs like on the floor, my mom wouldn't really clean it up. She'd just put down like newspaper and doggy mats. And so like, of course I could, like I've always said, I could have cleaned it up, like, and I held that guilt for a while, like, you should be taking care of this, but it was a continuous thing. Like, you go to school, you do your sports, like whatever practice you're going to, and then you come home, you don't really want to spend the rest of your day cleaning. You got homework, you got things to do. So yeah, I just would lock myself, tack my sheet, and I would stay in my room. Well, I mean, I would shut my sheet.
Just shut the sheet and tack it up. But it gets even thicker here because your mother also was into gambling, right? So that's hard when you don't have any money. And then from what I understand, she also developed an addiction to pills. Is this correct?
Yeah, and I don't know how, like, they kept that under wraps for a while. It wasn't, I don't know how long she had been dealing with that, to be honest, because they did try to, keep hush on those things, I guess, because they knew the way myself and my brothers were, we were going to call them on it. Like, we tried to call them on their alcoholism, and they just kind of said, we pay the bills around here, so we're going to do what we want.
The parent card,
Same, typical. So, yeah, the pills that she was on was Vicodin, and they were prescription, but she would get them refilled quite often. I remember going to the pharmacy a lot, and now, like, as I get older, the patterns make sense. I realized what she was doing, but when you're a kid, that just seems normal,
How are you so, and speaking to you privately, I know on the air, you're so well adjusted from all of this craziness. I mean, there was a point, you're a kid, you're trying to figure things out. Was there dark times? Like, you just seemed like you didn't go through any of this. And I know there's even other stuff that we didn't even get to yet that you saw as a kid. But how did you get past this stuff? Was there ever a dark time where you didn't know what to do, or?
Yeah, a lot of days I would be, like, I used to have these panic attacks a lot with it. And I would just go to my bathroom and just kind of hole up and dissociate is the best word for it, where I would just kind of, get in that fetal position and just be upset or whatever. And my rock bottom for it all happened around 14 or 15. Okay. Because at that point I was aware of the pills and everything. And I had those dark thoughts coming up a lot more. I'd learned as my teenage years came along, and like my friends were getting certain things and excited about their car they were going to get and all this stuff that I knew that wasn't my reality. So I looked up basically different ways to end my life. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. And so I knew that if I took just like aspirin, I most likely would just go get my stomach pumped and I would just have a stomach ache. But if you take enough Vicodin, you can end your life that way. And so I was having a panic attack. I was just tired of it all. I was tired of the filth, of feeling worthless and just not wanting to be here. And so I went and got the Vicodin from my mom's purse. And I was going to stay up as long as I could until I was tired, so I knew I could go to sleep and just not wake up. And so I was planning to do that, but whatever willpower I had in me, I call it God, it told me not to quit there, because I knew if I would have taken those pills then, I would have gone to sleep, that would have been my story. I would have been the local girl, committed suicide, that overdosed, that would have been it. And also the biggest thing that kept me from doing that was that it wouldn't have been my mom that would have found me. Sorry.
Right.
It would have been my brothers. And to picture my little brother going to wake me up and dealing with that, I couldn't do it. So I put him back, and ever since that moment, I knew I wasn't going to quit. Like, no matter what happens in life, nothing is worth giving up on yourself and your future, because you don't know what your future is. If you quit when you're in the thick of it, it's not going to get better. That's the only thing you can assure yourself of, is that if you quit then yeah, nothing's going to change. So if I had made that decision then to do what I was planning on doing, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I wouldn't be sitting on the precipice of the biggest opportunity of my life.
Yep.
And who knows,
Well, I'm glad you didn't make that decision. I'm glad that God and willpower and everything intervened. And, I do want to take a second. I know we're interviewing you, but I think out of respect to your story, I want to look directly at the camera, and I want to say that if you're having any of those thoughts, like she just talked about, if that didn't help you, there's someone that can help you. Just pick up your phone and dial 988. That's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. 988, 24 hours a day, someone to talk to. So if you're ever having those thoughts, just pick up your phone. Very easy. 988. Hit them up, and they can help you out, all right? So we want you here. We want, even when you don't feel like you want to be here, we want you here, and then you can achieve greatness at some point, like our friend Taylor's doing now. And Taylor, I know this is hard for you to talk about, and I know that sometimes your family might not like being presented like this in public, but I think it's very important we talk about it, because I think it's inspiring. And I have no ill will towards your mom and dad, but I didn't grow up with them.
Yeah.
Would you say that? Do you? I mean, is it like a mental thing? Like, how do you look at this?
I love my parents, and I want them to know that, like, I don't carry any anger towards them, because that's like drinking poison and expecting them to feel it. But also, like, mental health is a real thing, and addiction is a mental health disorder. And at the end of the day, your parents are just kids that are raising kids. You know what I mean? You grow up and you only know what you know. And so they were doing the best with what they could at the time. Of course, I could look at it now and say they should have done X, Y, Z different, but I'm not them. I wasn't in that position. And at the end of the day, I want them to know that I forgive them for everything. I love them. And I just want them to do better. As I've always said, I just want them to be healthy. I want them to be happy. I want them to find peace in their life, because they deserve it at the end of the day.
100%. Every human does. So hopefully they do. And hopefully you can help them, and you're definitely helping a lot of other people. One of the other things you mentioned to me, it's amazing to me that you can be so selfless and forgiving with your parents and stuff, because you saw some scary stuff when you were little. You and your brother used to hide behind a chair, and you would watch what was happening. We had a couch, like, in the living room. Like, we used to spend a lot of time in the living room together. Like, we all used to sleep in there, because we were just, me and my brothers, Logan and Ray, we were so close through all of it. Like, really leaned on each other. But we actually set up this corner and had blankets over there, because we would hide behind the couch. It was a little space between the couch and the wall. And that's where we would go whenever things got really heated, when they started yelling and getting physical and stuff. And so there was one point we were hiding back there, and my dad actually went and got his pistol out and flipped the safety and put it to his head and put my mom's hands on it and said, if you hate me so bad, pull the trigger. So that was probably one of the craziest things that I can recall seeing. Of course, there was the fighting and stuff. Like, she'd kicked him in the face before, he'd shoved her around and stuff like that. There's times I can remember being like 5 and cleaning up blood off the floor because they would just leave it. Because, when you're in those situations, you kind of dissociate, and they don't want to mess with their aftermath, I guess. But yeah, it was intense. So
that corner definitely sticks in my head.
Of course it does. But you mentioned you have a 3-year-old daughter. I mean, can you, and again, I'm not throwing bad stuff at your parents, but when you think of what you went through and you think of your 3-year-old daughter, is there, I mean, does it make you a better person? Are you your resilience? Like, what's your story here that you're hoping to tell your daughter? Is you going to share these things with her? How's that going to go?
I'm not going to push it on her if she asks. Like, honestly, like what my childhood was like, I will tell her. But I just try to learn from that and do better because I know, like, the psychology of how it affected me and mentally the self-confidence issues I dealt with for the longest time. I'm just getting to a point to where I'm happy with myself. And I just want to take it all and learn from it and do better. I don't want to shelter her from the world, but I don't want to drag my trauma on her. I want the cycle to end with me, you know?
That's great. Yeah, you don't want any ripple effect. I call it the ripple effect, like ripple in water.
Yeah.
So, hey, good for you. Good on you. You are who you are because of who you went through. And now the person who we get to see at Mohegan Sun coming up in a couple weeks is going to be this amazing woman that went through all this stuff and now ready to make her bare knuckle fighting championship debut, a goal you've had for years, you've envisioned for over a year, and now here we are. All this brings you to this point. Your opponent, Alexandria Balou, I can't speak whatever language that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you say
Alex?
Yeah, Alex. We'll call
I'll just call her Alex.
Alex, you call her the one you're going to attempt to beat and will try to beat, right? So what do you do to beat her? How do you beat her? What's the key?
Intense pressure, aggression, my speed, my footwork, my power, and mentally I feel like if showing up and doing what I know I can do well, that she's going to run into a brick wall for sure.
Yeah, man, you've been down there training. You're ready. This is your big moment, and we wish you a great fight. And, you know,
thank you.
The last thing I want to leave with here, you're welcome, is that you had said before that Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, from watching the Bare Knuckle Show, God bless you for watching for so many years because I don't know how you do it.
I always give a thumb, too, guys. Make sure you thumb it up.
That's right. Thumb it up. I like that.
Yeah.
So you know what's up. You watch all the time.
Yeah.
But you had mentioned before that you feel the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is like a fun crew of misfits, and you feel like you fit in perfectly. Do you still stand by that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Look at us. I mean, look at everybody. Nobody, if you're Zane in here, you don't last long. You know? See you, PVZ. She was too mentally sound to last here.
Oh, yeah, you think so? PVZ. Got stories upon stories. Maybe we'll see her again one day. Who knows?
Yeah.
I do
she
know.
She can come fight me.
Oh, hey, she's calling out PVZ. Let's see
there
what happens.
There you
All
go.
Right, well, let's see what you do at Mohegan Sun, March 28th. I'm excited to watch you fight there, and I know the world is too. Congratulations on finally making it here, because, again, I've been seeing your name on the podcast for years.
Yeah, chat, we made it. I'm on
right.
the other side. Isn't that weird? That's like seeing Big Ben up here.
No, Big Ben, Little Ben would never be on the show. We wouldn't allow it. You know that. Hey, what's your take on him, Little Ben, in the chat? Do you think he bullies people sometimes in the chat?
A little bit. I thought he was bullying me one time. What did he say? Oh, I can't remember now.
Well,
but he was nice to me after.
Yeah, I mean, you
could. I guess
sure
you can take him.
You could. I say you could probably knock him out really easily.
No, I'll give him a big hug.
All right. Well, look, I'll give you a big hug when I see you. I'm excited.
Yes.
Thank you for all the support.
I do have a question.
I have an answer. What's up? Hopefully.
Okay, Hollywood, Florida. I should be there.
Nice.
Do you have a T-shirt cannon?
Yeah, I think so.
Can
be there.
Can I use it?
I gotta. I mean, I would love to have you use it. You come in the ring.
It might be a liability, but I kind of want.
No, you can use it, but you have to shoot Big Ben in the face.
I was gonna say I gotta turn and just shoot Brian dead center.
You can do that too.
You know, that thing is hard to work, and when it fails, you hear the crowd boo me. It's great. But it's been pretty good. No, you're definitely going to be in Hollywood. So then we'll do some.
I should be.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out a ride right now because that's kind of in there, but I should be there.
All right, we'll talk to you there. We can try to do some stuff with you there, and maybe we'll get you in the squared circle, shoot a T-shirt gun or something, right? What better of an impact way before your debut than to aim directly at President David Feldman Sr. and just, you know?
Right in the forehead.
Yeah, Renee will beat
Could
your
you
ass.
imagine?
No,
I won't do that.
His personal security guard. That guy's scary. You ever seen him? Look him up in Hollywood.
No.
Anyway, I'm excited to see you in Mohegan. You're going to be great.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the love you always give the show, and thanks for sharing your story. I know that's not easy to do.
Yeah, thanks for dealing with my emotions and everything. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are great people.
Thank you.
Even Brandon.
Brandon's not here to hear it. Brandon's stuck.
He's not here?
No, he's stuck in Florida. We'll tell him, though.
Dang, and Dave Jr.
Yeah,
That's,
there it is.
that's the other one, right? I got both of them, right?
Dave Jr.'s one
Dave's
more.
here
And
today.
Evan.
And Evan.
Show yourself.
Sorry,
Show
Evan.
yourself.
You're new, Evan.
No,
No, I've
Evan.
been, I've been here since this company started, but
Oh,
unfortunately,
shit. So I'm new. I'm the new one.
for all of us,
Gotta catch up.
that's why our hair's all getting gray,
yeah,
Taylor.
that's why.
Anyway.
That's why we're all wearing hats.
You're all
Hide our
right,
bald
right,
spots.
right.
Very true.
You're awesome.
Oh, I got a hat. Hold on.
Oh, you got a hat. She's
Store
gonna.
management. There you go.
There you go. Nice.
Everyone's got a hat.
She's hip to the game, man. She's on the store management sponsorship out there. We appreciate you, Taylor. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being a fan, and we
Thank
can't wait to
you.
see you fight. Thank you.
Love y'all.
We caught it. We love you
Bye.
too. Love y'all. She said.
We love you.
Hailing from, I think, Illinois, now living in Mississippi. How about that? Since 20, what'd you say, 16, 18? She moved there as soon as she could get out of that house.
So Duran said he wants to come on. If you want to.
No, he's banned.
Okay.
If you're watching, I want the camera on me. I want the camera. No, directly. I want to talk to Brian Duran right now. Brian Duran, you're banned from this show. You're never going to be on again. You're not allowed to come on again. How dare you turn your phone off? How dare you be late? And if you have a problem when you're done your fight in Miami, you can speak directly to me about it. Let's move on from that. Of course I want Brian Duran. I would never speak to him like that, even if I wanted to. He'd kill me. I'd love to talk to Brian. He was smart. He said, I'm going to be the main event of the show. I'm not going to be opening it up. Brian Duran, we love
You want to roll that spotlight first?
Yeah, why don't we thank you?
Why'd you think I was new?
I knew that. I knew that bothered
I've
you.
been on this show forever.
She's been watching. She's always commenting.
Well,
Literally, episode 1, you were the producer.
I made episode. I guess I'm not that memorable.
You're pretty. You have some good quips.
I've had some one-liners.
Yeah, man. All right.
Here and there.
I think she's nervous. She's never been on the show before. All right. Let's look at Brian Duran, find out more about him.
My name is Brian the Guy Duran, and I fight out of Miami, Florida. I'm also known as the Cash Cow, you know, the guy that made it cool to sell tickets. Yeah, that guy. It's my fucking house. It's my arena, my coliseum. Perez is just another guy in the way, another guy to my resume, another guy to the list, another highlight reel for the fans. I just pray that the fight ends quick, a little shot to the chin, and he doesn't have to suffer. Because if he stands there and tries to be tough against me, it's gonna be a real bad night. You're not gonna come out with your hand raised that night, brother. If anything, you're gonna come out with an ice pack on your face. Yeah, I kind of got a little upset when I saw that Kyle was headlining my show. Because when I fight, it's my show, no matter what fight. I'm the one that brings the crowd. When fight night comes, March 20th, and I knock out Derek Perez, all I expect is to face off with the winner of the main event.
Well, there you go, man. He's fighting coming up this Friday night in Hollywood, Florida. It's going to be sold out. Always is. He's box office. That's why they call him the Cash Cow. The guy, he's money in the squared circle, money with ticket sales. But we call him Brian Duran. Brian Duran, are you here?
Not yet.
Oh, of course. He's banned. That's it. Done. So we're waiting for him. Well, while we're waiting, we can do some other fun stuff. I'll look at the chat, see what they thought of the Taylor interview. They want to know what Matt Guyman wants to know. BKFC fighter Matt Guyman wants to know what Evan is eating today.
I think it's not letting me start this because it already passed.
Oh, we got to redo it. He's killing us here, man.
Okay. What am I eating today?
Yeah,
I had a yogurt.
Chomping into the mic? No?
I'm not eating curry.
I heard this.
Show.
I heard this. I heard
That
you
was
eating
me.
yogurt. Yeah. I wouldn't know if it was yogurt or what was going
It's
on.
my colon broom over here.
Sometimes if my wife's
So we have
like,
to send him a new link?
No.
I'll go to my wife, my poor wife.
bypassed
Sometimes
it.
I'll walk up behind her. She hates that noise. So if she's doing something, she's back turned. I'll
There he
walk up
is.
and I'll go.
Guess who we have? Guess who we have? I'm just bringing him in before we lose him. Dun, 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 dun.
Now he's going to eat on the show. Not so. What's up, Brian Duran? How are you?
That's what happens when you got too many phones, bro.
Yeah, well,
Apologize.
Two phones, neither of them worked.
three of them, and one of them was off. One that you guys had.
You got to get a landline, bro. Got to get a landline. Listen, Brian Duran. I don't know if you heard. Right before you came on, they were saying, "Do you want Brian to come on?" And I couldn't believe it. But these guys were saying they were going to impose a lifetime ban for you on the show for being late. I said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. I said, Brian is always welcome on my show.
I saw it was you.
Brian, I'm glad to have you on, man. I'm just busting.
How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. I know you're doing great too. You live for this. You live for these bare knuckle fights. And we're hanging out with you, I guess, at your house, chilling out. I love it. We're going on a walk. It's like MTV Cribs. So, Bright, a lot to get to with you. I'm glad you could make it in here. First, I want to talk a little bit about the healthy Brian Duran. That's very important because we talked about it on the show before. Last time you're on, you're drinking a beers, you're talking to us. It didn't seem to me, with all due respect, that you were taking your professional fighting career seriously enough, and you were still doing damage. But I thought you could do more. Have you finally figured that out?
Yeah. Definitely did. Everything comes with experience, with time, and some walls that we get to hit in life, and obviously this time around is a whole different guy, is my mindset is on a whole different level. I feel like I finally found the athletic individual that I had inside of me, in the sense of discipline and things like that. And now I understand what it is to be an athlete, not just a fighter, and I feel like now it's going to show.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you're going to do, what's going to be different. Now, you got Derek Perez in front of you. This is who you're fighting this Friday at Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock Live. Derek Perez. Who is Derek Perez to you? We've talked about this before, but I want you to talk about it public. Who is he to you when you look at Derek Perez and you have to fight this man?
I mean, bro, honestly, I got nothing but respect for the guy. The guy is coming to fight me in my hometown. And just fighting me, you got to have some balls, period. So I respect the guy as a fighter, but, man, we know what's up, man. We know that there's levels to this shit. We know that I have goals that nobody's going to get in the way of. You know what I'm saying? So my goal is just to become a world champion, and I'm doing it this year.
So I wonder about this, though. Your goal is to become a world champion, and now you're on your hometown card where, I mean, anywhere you go, your box office, you just sell. But now you're in your hometown, so it's going to be packed. They always have to open that third level for El Gallo, for Brian Duran when he fights. And you're not even in a main event. But who is in a main event? Kai Stewart. King Kai Stewart. He is the king of that division now, fighting Nico Gaffey. This is going to be a fun fight to watch. Are you going to have a watchful eye on this fight? Where are you going to watch from? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, I'm sitting ringside. The second I'm going upstairs, I'm changing, putting my clothes on, and I'm sitting right there next to Feldman or something. I don't know, but I'm going to be right there.
So is there, I mean, you have the rivalry with Kai.
I want both of them to feel my presence while they're fighting, so they understand, oh, shit, we're fighting here, but we got to fight that guy next.
You're already playing mind games. I like that. That's smart. But what I was going to ask you is, you have this rivalry with Kai Stewart. I mean, the fans have loved it. You guys, you hate each other. You don't like him. He doesn't like you. I don't know how much respect is involved. We don't need to get into all that. But is it okay to say that you probably would rather fight Kai again because of your dislike for him and maybe taking the title from him than fight Gaffey? I know you're ready for both, but is Kai more the target for you here? Or is the title the target?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. You hit it right on the head. It's literally the fight that I want. Because it's more of a personal thing. It's not so much about the belt. But obviously, I won the belt. I killed two birds with one stone. I become a champion, which is going to change my life in a lot of ways. And I get to knock out the guy that beat me one time, the only guy that's ever beat me. So I'm going to kill two birds with one stone with that one.
So do you think
hopefully he got ready.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be ready. I'm ready to see either one of those guys fight. I'm not going to lie. For me, just because of the history in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, I would lick my lips and my chops to watch you guys fight you and Kai again. I think that could be huge box office. But we'll see if Kai gets past Nico and you have to get past Derek. We don't want to discount them. But just being on the same card in your hometown, you talked about in your spotlight that it annoyed you a little bit. But when you win, after you watch, are you ready to step up and call them out, one of them right away?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
100%. It's gonna happen 100%. I'm calling them out 100%. I'm not holding myself back. I'm calling them out 100%. And whoever wins got to see me, bro.
All right. Well,
whoever wins got to see me.
I mean, you seem like with this this new health, this new way of looking at life and training, you seem like you've kind of gotten not older but wiser as you've grown older. That's what happens. But how far ahead of this division is a healthy Brian Duran than everybody else?
I don't think there's anybody in 145 that can get in the ring with me right now as we speak.
So talk about the fact that when you did lose to Kai, when that happened, talk about the mental game in that. Were you pissed? Were you upset? Did you know you were hurt? Like, what was in your mind that night? And how does that fuel you going forward?
That's what makes the difference. That's why I know I'm so ready, and I see what experience is, and I see the details in getting ready is the most important thing. Why? Because I was confident in the fact that I wasn't scared. I knew I had power, but I wasn't confident in my training. I knew that I was, how you said, I was drinking. I was doing a bunch of stuff, eating whatever I wanted. I was out of shape. I didn't even have abs that fight. You know what I'm saying? Imagine me 145 with no abs. Like, that's how you know I was out of shape.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't there mentally how I am now. I wasn't locked in. I thought too much of myself. I was knocking everybody out, running through everybody. So I wasn't even respecting my opponents. And I had to learn that night that you got to respect these opponents because they're working while you drinking or doing the stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. Yeah. And yeah, man, I got my mind straight, bro. I'm a mind straight. I feel like everything starts up here, and I feel like nobody's going to break me up here.
Do you think that, going back, we were talking about this before you came on, but the respect that you have in the Miami area, in the streets, is unprecedented. Everybody, if your name comes up, they usually know you. They respect you. Some people fear you too, even though you're a great guy. They, when you get mad, they know what you're capable of. You've learned to kind of channel those emotions a little bit, but do you feel that from all that respect you had in the streets for all those years, when you came to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and then you're running through people and you're fighting people and you're beating them, do you think you were kind of high on your own supply of the streets respect?
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's exactly what happened to me, bro. And I admit it. I'm a man, bro. That's one thing about a guy. I'm always gonna be honest. I'm always gonna admit when I'm wrong. That's what a real man does. And I was wrong. Just like I admitted, that even if my shoulder was fucked up, because everybody saw it, I should have still beat Kai. Because there's no excuses when you lose a fight, even if you're hurt. Yeah. I should have hit him. I don't know. I should have done something illegal or something. I don't know. I should have hit him with my head or something. I don't know. But I should have won the fight. And, that's just the way it is, man. You learn from experience. And think about it. All these guys that, even Derek Perez, Derek Perez is walking into his 60th fight, professional fight, some crazy shit like that. And I'm walking into my 10th.
Yeah.
So I'm just learning, man. And I only got 10 fights, and I make guys that have 40, 50 fights and a bunch of amateur fights look like they just started fighting.
Yeah.
So there is levels to this shit, and I feel like bare knuckle is my field. This is what I was born to do, man. And with time, it will show.
You're saying
I'm gonna be a legend in the sport.
Of course, but you see, you're saying all this. You're saying you were, obviously, I'm saying it, legend in the streets. You're working on being a legend of sports. You're the best yogurt protein eater I've ever seen in my life. You have all this stuff going on. Improv, sorry. Yeah, my point is you have all this stuff going on, right? And I don't want to get in trouble for saying this, but I'm going to be real with you. Do you think Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship even realizes yet that they haven't even tipped the iceberg with you? Do you think they realize what they have with you?
To be honest, with all due respect to the company and to everybody, I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication in the company. I feel like some people see it, some people don't, some people doubt it, some people think that I'm missing something, I guess, but let's be realistic. If we go fighter by fighter by fighter by fighter, I'm the most complete fighter in the whole company.
That's true. And
I don't care what nobody says. I'm the most complete fighter in the whole company. I can fight. I'm not scared, never quit. I put on a show. I go in there and I sell the fucking arena out. People love me. I speak 2 languages.
Yeah. I
dress English. Fucking better than everybody. I pull up in the best cars out of everybody. You feel me? I'm a family man with 4 beautiful kids.
Yeah.
Like I'm the full-on champion. I'm the full package. They just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe it's just not the right time yet. Maybe it's just so soon. The company just started. Maybe there's not enough maybe budget to push somebody so big like myself. Maybe they need more money to push me. And everything comes with time. That's why I'm trusting the process, man. I'm just loyal to BKFC. I'm so happy to be part of this company because it changed my life, man. And for now, as long as everything's going the way it's been going, it's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. But sooner or later, they'll realize I'm the biggest guy that's ever stepped on this. Like, how Conor make that impact? And not to compare myself to Conor, because I see myself as a guy. When I saw, the cash cow, I'm not Conor. I'm Brian. But you see how he made that impact in the UFC, and it was like, wow. Like, he wasn't the best fighter in the world. He wasn't the best fighter in the world, but he was it. That's what I am to this company. I'm it. It's just that he came prepared when he got in the UFC, he came a little more prepared when it came to being a fighter. Yeah. If I would have won that title that day, what would anybody would have had to say? If I would have still been undefeated with all those belts, what would have happened? Now, I'm the full package now? You feel me? So it's my fault that I failed when I was supposed to win.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I flopped in the moment I was, and maybe that's what they don't see. Maybe I got to prove that I'm a better fighter, and that's why I'm being so quiet this time. That's why I'm being a little more humble than I ever been. And it's like, yo, guy, are you even like excited about fighting? Of course I am. Right now I'm going to show these knuckles are the ones that talk. And that's what I'm about to show.
Hey, Brian, that's where I was going next. Hold those knuckles up again to the camera. Show them. They're conditioned for pain. And, we've seen you on the show. We always show the things you hit trees, solid trees. You're knocking the bark off, hitting them with big hammers, heavy hammers, bricks, cinder block. What is your favorite thing to train those knuckles on to hit when you're getting ready?
To be honest, my favorite platform is wood. I love hitting wood because it's not as damaging as cement or metal, and it gives you more like the burning sensation, which is what you need to get callous. You know, like it kind of gives you more friction. Wood is my favorite. I don't know. It's the favorite thing I like to hit.
I've hit many things trying to compare to you. I do one shot, and I had my knuckle. I said it for weeks. It was like bruised. I don't know. For like 2 weeks, it was like swollen. Just from hitting a
I
wooden
try to
ball.
copy my friends, fighters. They try to copy me, and try to keep up, and they've broken their knuckle, and they haven't been able to punch something correctly for 6-7 months.
So before I let you go, I have two more things I want to get to. One, you're the cash cow. That's not a nickname that you came up with. It was given to you. A lot of people say this guy's box office. He's selling all these tickets.
Yes,
but
sir.
I feel like you had said to me before, maybe I'm crazy, that you feel that you're the reason that we got our DAZN deal, correct?
I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to piss nobody off.
Now, say what you want. Say what you feel. You're the
But
cash
I
cow.
feel like I'm the reason why, and obviously I'll give Kai the flowers because he did dance with me that night. But when do we get the DAZN deal? Right after my fight with Kai. The first fight that there was ever records of anything. Streaming records. There was records of ticket sales. Bro, they were selling general admission tickets, meaning there was people on their feet.
Yep.
We were like 800 people over capacity. What are they talking about?
It was absolutely packed. It was insane. And
You could see it on the video. You can go back and replay that. There's never been a fight at the Hard Rock that the arena looks like that.
No.
Never.
Well, it might look like that coming up because you're back on the
Oh,
card.
no, I really hope that BKFC puts their big boy pants on and takes us to a bigger platform, like a bigger stage, and put on a few good fights. There's a few good, put Osambo to fight for the belt next, me fight for the belt with Kai, Ibarola fight another guy from Miami for a belt or something, and we'll make something big happen. Those 3 headline fights right there, I'm pretty sure we'll fill out a 30K arena.
Brian is booking the card. I like the way you think, man. We got to get you at Nate Shook. You guys can match make together. It'll be amazing. So you mentioned Perdomo, though. You mentioned Perdomo. And
yes, sir.
Before I let you go, he's on the same card as you are this weekend, this Friday night. He's the co-main event. Fellow Cubans, just give me your read on Perdomo. Have you ever seen a fighter like him before? It's been a long time, right?
Oh, fuck no. I haven't seen nobody ever like that. Like, he's going to take the game by storm. What he's doing, especially here in Miami, bro. Like, there's so much fighters and stuff like that, and he's still making a difference. I'm proud to say that he's Cuban, you know what I'm saying? And I'm Cuban too. I'm proud to say that. And I feel like he should have been fought for a title already. I feel like they should have been, because everybody's always saying, oh, he hasn't fought nobody, this and that. But then again, he's not the one picking who to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Like, fighters don't pick who they fight. I'm pretty sure if he could have fought for a belt a long time ago, he would have been fought for a belt. So hopefully, he gets a title soon so he can show who he really is.
I agree. I'm excited to see where he's headed from here. I'm excited to see where you're headed from here.
Yes, sir.
I do realize what we have in you. I'm excited to see what you're going to be doing next. I'm excited to see this grown-up version of El Gallo, one of the best-dressed guys I see at fights and everything, and to see how your game has changed. It's been a pleasure to watch you fight, so it'll be no different this Friday night. BKFC.com. Grab the app. Brian Duran, Mr. Box Office, the cash cow, the guy that's making the money, the guy with the knuckles that punches things I can't believe. It was great to have you on here, and I lift the imposed ban that these two put on you earlier. You're allowed on here anytime you want, Brian.
Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, Brian Duran. You can see him coming up again this Friday night in Hollywood, Florida, against Derek Perez. Derek Perez has had like 8 or 9 fights with us. He's no slouch. This is going to be a fun fight to watch. We're looking forward to it. Before we get out of here, we got a couple more things I have to touch on. One is, let's talk a little bit about Fight Club. April 7th at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, which is now known as the ECW Arena. So you look, check it out. Watch, let me show you.
Hang on.
ECW Arena. There you go, old school. And for all you nerd wrestling fans, you'll like that. But my point is, Fight Club's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, we talked about it a little bit last week, but I think it's better if you can watch David Feldman have
my man.
Thank you.
Man.
I was waiting for that in my head. I think it'd be better if you could watch David Feldman talk about it. Check this out.
Bare Knuckle Fight Club. A single night tournament 8 fighters, 1 winner.
Fighter 6. You're taking on Fighter 3.
Competing for a BKFC contract. Each fight a 1-round war. 2 minutes of violence. Win 3 wars to win it all. This is how we separate the pretenders from the contenders. There can be only one.
This is Bare Knuckle Fight Club.
Welcome back to the underground.
I'm pumped up, man. I was excited talking about it last week and hearing the meetings about it. Man, that got me more pumped up, hearing Dave say it in his own words. I know he's excited about it. But we do have Dave Jr. here. And Dave, you're a guy that's behind a lot of stuff that people don't always realize. And I know that when I call you out, sometimes you don't love it. But I'm doing that here because Fight Club, I'm excited. I know you're excited. You have the Zim Salmani face right now. You're not smiling about it. But Evan's dying.
Yeah.
Evan's dying.
Evan's been sick for like 6 months.
Nobody touch me in house.
Stay away.
Stay away.
But I want to talk to you about it. I mean, you're a guy that is going to have some fingerprints on the Fight Club, correct? So let's talk a little bit about it. How excited are you for it? What are you trying to do differently? We talked about this a little bit.
I'm excited to do some different stuff. That's the biggest thing I'm excited about. This is cool. Senior just said it in that video. 1-night tournament, 8 guys, 1-round fights, which, you have to put it all out in 1 round. You have 2 minutes to make it to the next round. So just that whole thing, doing that different. I think you talked about it last week on the show, but we're going to be showing a lot of stuff that we haven't previously shown. We're going to give you access that you haven't gotten before. There's going to be live access in the locker rooms. There's going to be live access when the doctors are clearing the guy for the next round. You get to see, maybe the doctor says, you have a cut, you can't, and we have to go to an alternate guy. You see that raw emotion. You see that reaction in real time. And I'm just excited, honestly, to do something different. I think this is a great project. I think it's a great idea, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I do too. And I think that, I hate to say this, for those of you that don't know, sorry to say this, but reality shows are heavily produced, and they're not normally real. They're not. I feel like this is combat sports meets entertainment meets reality, but the entertainment's not fake. We're showing you what really goes on, stuff that you're not even supposed to see. Like I said last week, some stuff you want to see, you didn't even know you wanted to see. But is that a fair way to put this?
It feels like
it's a reality show that's real.
Like on Jerry Springer when there'd be fights, and then the camera guys would follow them into the back.
Oh, I loved it.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they'd be like, "You're not the father," and they'd run away, and then the camera guys are sprinting down the hallway.
Oh, if Jerry was.
That's what it's going to be like. There's going to just be it's going to be filled with drama and unknowns, and that's what makes it exciting. I think it's just these people have to fight. They could have quick fights. It could be a war. Then they have whatever it is, 30 minutes to get fixed up and ready to go for another round against a completely new opponent who they know nothing about.
And they don't even know who they're fighting until right before they make that walk. Well, for the first round, at least, obviously. As the tournament progresses, you're fighting a guy that just won that fight. But they're gonna weigh in. They're gonna show up to the arena, and they're not gonna know who they're fighting until they're walking to the ring.
That's incredible. That's going to be incredible. Like I said, I feel like it's a reality show that's actually real for once. We're showing everything. You're seeing everything. And this is stuff that, honestly,
This
Dave,
is in real time, too. This isn't like a
live.
pre-produced, bunch of bullshit reality show. You're seeing the rawest of raw emotions from these fighters as they get ready to make the walk, as they walk from the ring, as they prepare for the next round, as they watch some tape on their opponent. That's what I'm really excited about.
There's going to be stuff, though, that I feel like with Fight Club that we show that you're like, oh, God, you have to make split decisions, what you're going to show, what can go on. So I don't want to upset anybody directing or I don't understand all that stuff in the truck. You guys are amazing what you do. But, I can't imagine being the guy, maybe it's you, I don't know who it's going to be, to make those split decisions, to know, should we show this? And I think as a fan, knowing that you're making these split decisions, knowing there might be a hiccup or two, because maybe there's something that, you normally wouldn't show, but you have to make this decision quick.
Live TV, anything can happen. And, I think that's another caveat to having it on the app is we can show some things probably you wouldn't be allowed to show on TV.
Yeah, man. I think this has potential to become as big as Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship very quickly, quicker than we did it with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do. And honestly, it's just on Evan's point about the app. I'm excited to give that to the app subscribers, give them this exclusive content because it's not going to be aired anywhere else. It's only going to be on the app.
That's awesome. And that's a way that I think is very important that we do that because in a way, we're taking care of the people that help build us. BKFC.com. If you didn't get the app yet, Grab the app. It's the best value in combat sports. April 7th, 2300 Arena, Bare Knuckle Fight Club. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for this fresh feel and this brand new concept that you've never seen before anywhere in fighting. That's what excites me, Dave, and I feel you feel the same way. I'm excited the fact that here we get to break ground on something that's never been done before in combat sports. How many people can say that, man? That's awesome. It's incredible. April 7th, we'll be there. Well, we'll keep you updated on what's going on with the Fight Club and let you know more stuff next week. Each week we'll tell you more. You seem to be liking it. Before we get out of here, we have to go through the upcoming schedule. I always like to do that with you. It's obviously available at bkfc.com.
I even muted my mic.
I heard you all the way in here. Man, you're dying. He's walked off. You hear him? Hear him out there? Yeah, how many coughs did Evan do this show? All right, you got Stewart and Gaffey, the king. He's returning to Hollywood, Florida against Nico the Iron Gaffey. That's coming up. That's on top. We talked to Brian Duran today. And you got Perdomo. El Zombo is going to be on that card. The card is stacked. You see the whole card at bkfc.com. That's this Friday. And then from there, I mean, we're in the thick of it. We head right to Connecticut. Mohegan Sun for March 28th. Porter versus Wilson. Hayes Wilson. I'm looking forward to that. Parker Porter and Hayes Wilson. Two heavyweights going to collide. Plus a jam-packed card. That's going to be on there as well. And then from there, we're going to, do the Fight Club for the first time ever, April 7th, 2300 Arena. We just talked about that. And I'm not going to go through all the fights because you can see them at bkfc.com. They're all great fights, though. But April 11th, we're going to be in Honolulu, Hawaii. What happens in Honolulu, Evan, even though you're coughing? What happened? Everybody gets
Cyrus stole that from me the other day.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
There you go, Cyrus. You're welcome. You can pay me for that because that was such a great thing that I, quote, made up. All right. Next up, April 17th in Denver. Looking forward to that as well. And then from there, right away, a couple hours later, as Dave Feldman Jr. almost collapses, and our announcers as well, we will be at BKFC Australia. We're very excited for that as well. And then from there, April 24th, Clearwater, Florida, the home of the Philadelphia Phillies spring training. Kevin Smith would tell you to say Tampa Bay, whatever it is, we're going to be there right next to Burt's Barracuda. And then, of course, we go blood for blood, Alex the Terrible versus Cameron Delano. And there were 4 brawls, 4 bands. I'm looking forward to it. I heard some of the rumblings of who's going to be on this card. I wish they would just finally release it.
May or may not be in attendance this weekend as well.
I heard that too. And I'm hoping that maybe this weekend we can announce, or at some point in the next week or so, more fights on that card. Because I'll give you a hint. I said it last week. If you can really think about it, who else would make sense to be on that card? Maybe someone that knows Alex the Terrible. I'm just saying. And I'd like to see a female fight in that card too. I think that would be nice. But you have all the great bands going to be there. You can find out more at bkfc.com. And then we head to Salt Lake City, where everybody gets bucked up. The home of Bucked Up. We'll be there at the Maverick Center. That's going to be a lot of fun on May 15th. And then Palm Desert, May 22nd, back to Cali. We're going back to Cali. Acura Shore Arena. I'll be eating Jack in the Box the whole time I'm there, like the fat pig that I am. I'm looking forward to that. A great night of fights. And from there, we announced this. Was this last week we announced this? Saturday night we announced. That's right. May 30th, we're back. BKFC heading back to the UK, man.
Birmingham.
I know. It's
not Birmingham.
Birmingham. Yeah, I'm going to say it wrong. Birmingham. Anyway, after a hell of a fight this past weekend, I can't wait to see what they would offer. I think that can only be bigger and better. We're looking forward to that, too. A lot of great stuff coming up with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If you're enjoying St. Patrick's Day, drink some green beer. And I always say a couple things. If you're going to drink, just drink more and pass out. Don't drive. And the other thing I want to hit really quick is don't forget, if you need that help, you can hit the Suicide and Crisis Hotline after hearing Taylor's story. Just dial 988. There's always someone there who will listen to you. That being said, just stay on point. I want you to watch your back, and I want you to remember, this is Fight Week, man. I can't wait to get to Hollywood, Florida. It's going to be amazing. Our home away from home. We'll see you there in Hollywood, Florida. Play the app, bkfc.com. Get in. Let's go.